This is how you can make a guy text you and call you all the time. Let me tell you the rules. If he's not texting that much and he's not calling either, you are not the one who's going to call him. Because by you calling him, you're not going to make him want to call you more, because you're taking over his job. So he can just be that lazy guy who's waiting for your phone call. Another rule is, if he's asked you out on a date on Thursday night, you are not going to text him and ask him Thursday morning, are we still going to go out tonight? It is not your responsibility to remind him of a responsibility that he took on himself. And one more rule, since he's not texting nor calling you enough, you're going to make yourself unavailable when he does. When he texts, you're not going to reply. You're going to let it sit like a stew in the oven and you're going to wait a few hours. And when he calls, you're not going to reply, even if you're afraid that he won't call back again. This is what you're going to do next Thursday when you have a date with him. You are literally going to tell him how sweet it was of him to send you a reminder for your date night. Even if he hasn't sent you a reminder, this will confuse him so much. And to make it a bit worse, you will tell him that you enjoyed the conversation you had with him so much last week, even if he hasn't called you. And this is exactly what will inspire him to start calling you and texting you. If you want to make him interested for a lifetime, then you have to keep him on his toes. What does that mean? Be the authentic, independent woman that you are. Be this woman who is always busy with improving herself. Because if you don't evolve as a person, eventually a man will get bored with you. But if you show him that you are your own person, that you are not affected by things that he does or says, because you thrive in your own energy and you always put your self-care first. And I don't mean putting on a cream on your face, but investing in your personal growth. That's the kind of woman who is not a victim. She doesn't need anybody. She wants to be with him. She chooses him. And he will keep on pursuing you because men love women who are busy with themselves. Even in a bit of a selfish way, because they know that the woman's energy feeds them. And because you never stay the same, you're always changing, you're always busy with evolving and becoming a better person than you are today, he will see that you are unique. And it's exactly that makes you irreplaceable. Every time he's mean to you, instead of you becoming reactive, you are going to do something for yourself. Because if you react to him insulting you or to him calling you names, you basically show him that he has control over your feelings. And why you should do something nice for yourself every time this happens is because you give yourself a reward for staying in control of your emotions. For example, he said something nasty to you during breakfast. Something like, why don't we have any milk? You always forget to buy the milk. And he can even make it worse by lifting himself up, by saying something like, if I don't buy that milk, we never have any milk. You, instead of starting to defend yourself that you were so busy and you didn't have time to buy the milk, you do absolutely nothing. Because that's the way to show him that he has no control over how you feel. And in the afternoon, instead of you running to the supermarket to get the milk, you are going to get your hair done. You are becoming more gorgeous than you were during breakfast. And it's obviously not about the hair, but it's exactly these tiny actions that make you reinforce your worth, especially when he's not able to see it. And besides the fact that like this you show him that he has to be more careful with how he talks to you, you, by doing your hair or by going for a coffee with a girlfriend or by booking yourself a massage, you create a whole list of the most powerful acts of self-love.